What's up Raiders, Bionic here and welcome to today's Raid Shadow Legends video where we are still on the test server for the last day, so you will have to excuse the weird recording. I'm not sure why my BlueStacks is doing this. Hopefully it's a little bit better than being on the phone, but I've noticed that when I record on BlueStacks there's these weird interrupting sounds every now and then, which you might be hearing right now. Anyway, so I'm on here, wanted to test a couple more champions. I tried my Skull Vorgal, didn't really work out that well. I tried my Blood Gorge, I really like this guy. I'll make a separate video on him, but I wanted to test out my Scyl of the Drakes because she's free, everybody has her, and I wanted to see which champion is the next one that I'm going to 6-star, right, of these legendaries that I have lying around. So I tested a Scyl of the Drakes in a shield set and a curing set because this is all I had extra. My main stun set is on my Torment, so I want to leave this as is, and the second one is on my Bellerer, also did not want to use that. So my main shield set is on my Harvest Jack. I did not want to take that apart, so I was left with two options, right, the shield and the curing set. I wanted to see in prolonged fight on the defense, so on full auto in the team that I've built, how this was going to play out. Is the shield set better or is the curing set better? So in today's video I'll go over the stats of the two different builds. I'll show you guys some footage. You'll see that there's not a huge difference. In some certain circumstances, the shield set might be better, but in other, the curing set might work just fine, especially since her passive is basically heal. So that means every turn you're going to get this, so you might as well try and emphasize this strong point that she has. The stun is every 3 turns. If you put a stun set, then you get more chance of it happening on this right here, but also of it happening on her A1, right? You could also go full speed if you want to get more heals out of her in the long run. But for arena purposes, I just wanted to quickly test if perhaps the curing set would be that much better. And so like I said, I'll show you guys. So here are the masteries that I'm using. It's a little bit of a mix of trying adding more of her stun, right, and then trying to also use the counter attack, which is pretty good. Also trying to maximize her heals right here. So these are the ones that I've used for all the testing that you are going to see. Okay, so now let me pull out a little clip for you guys. This is going to be the arena of basically her in, let me back it up a little bit, in the shield set. Okay, so you have to keep in mind also here that my Harvest Jack is also in the shield set. So as you can see, I have a pretty massive shield. The Foley took a turn off the passive of Torment. We barely took any damage. And then again here we take another hit, barely taking any damage. Okay, so the shield set is really good for that, for you to take a couple more hits in the beginning. And now we're going to see her hit right there, right? We don't even get, we get 2 stuns, 3 stuns across the board, so we got really lucky with that. And then we also saw some of the heals, right? 9.5k on the Harvest Jack, 5.8, 3.8, and then she herself had a 4.8k plus the 2 or 1.5, sorry, from the Immortal set. Okay, so overall this team is pretty good by itself. So like whether she has the shield set or the curing set, I don't think it matters that much. It's really going to depend on your opponents. But what's nice to see is that on auto, we got a lot of stuff working for us, right? We have the passive from Torment, we have the one from Harvest Jack, and we have the one from Scyl of the Drakes. Okay, so that was the whole point, like I said, to go full auto to see how well this was going to work. And so this is the first test with the shield set, and as you can see, it is going to be pretty much a win, right? Like we're not in any danger of dying whatsoever. Look at her Rosin still in almost full shield. So pretty good overall. Let's try, I think I tried another battle here. Yeah, same thing. Another speedy build. We are definitely taking advantage again of our Torment with that passive. So she's not by herself an amazing champion to have, but when combining with team like this, I think she can work really, really well for you guys on a heavy defense team. Again, there with a couple of stuns, then we got the Harvest Jack adding more CC, or Rosin adding a lot of CC as well with the turn meter reduction. Look at those heals once again, same thing. They're always going to be the same unless our heroes are below 40% HP, right? Which is where the second passive, or the second mastery would kick in, so that we would have slightly bigger heals. Okay, so another win right here. This is going to be pretty simple, right? So we're going to take down that Arbiter last, I think. With all that CC, they're never really taking a turn. Okay, so that was the one with the shield set. Now let me take out the one with the curing set, and then I'll show you guys the stats of the curing set right after I show you guys the footage, okay? So here we are, and you'll see that the heals are just a little bit bigger, okay? She's about to take a turn. Like, it's pretty obvious. Like, it's only 10 extra % from the set, right? So right there, we get 10.5, 4.2, and then 6 here, then 6.3, almost 6.4 right there. So we have less shield, which means in the beginning, when we take a couple more hits, we do start losing health a little bit faster, right? So like I said, I don't think it's going to matter that much. What you really want is to simply use the best perhaps set at your disposal, like I said before, okay? So whether it's a secondary shield set or your main shield set or your basically only curing set, because I don't think you'd use a curing set on anybody else, to be honest, right? I just, you know, decided to try it out because I had that lying around, like I said. So anyway, this is going to be another win. It's pretty simple, right? Yeah. And then I think I have another test towards the end right here. Another kind of like nuker build. Again, really putting the emphasis on the fact that Tormin is doing a lot of work here in adding the CC, right? And if we do take some damage, like the shield is the first in line to help us out. And then if the fight goes on for longer, then the Scyl of the Drakes will come in really handy in keeping us alive, all right? So again, really simple here. We're not going to die whatsoever. So overall, I'm pretty satisfied with the setup that I will be using in my tag team arena with my Scyl of the Drakes in the team. All right, so now let me switch over to the stats with the curing set. And here we are with Scyl in the curing set. So it has decent stats overall, right? I never use the curing set on anybody else. I don't think I would ever max this out on my account unless I'm kind of desperate. And I think that's the whole point of this video, is that if you do not have a secondary shield set, then you may want to use something like this, right? Of course, going full speed also would be really good on her, but I did not have extra speed sets, okay? My Arbiter has the best ones overall. Then I believe I have typically my Seer in like my best offensive speed set, and then I have my Mausoleum Mage in like my best defensive, my third best, right, in high resistance, okay? So I wasn't left with a lot of options for my Scyl of the Drakes. It was the kind of like secondary shield set or this curing set. So these are the stats overall that she has. The Masteries have not changed. She has a little bit more crit rate, a little bit less defense, a little bit more HP, and a little bit less accuracy, a little bit less speed, right, than the previous one, okay? So she is using HP percent gloves, defense percent chest, and this is the best that I could come up with for the footage that I just showed you guys, okay? Let me also quickly look at the Great Hall, and obviously you guys have to factor that in. It is affecting her stats, also in Platinum Arena, so that is also affecting her stats. So finally, let's look at the setup that I have on my 3v3 arena. It has not changed. Whether I would be using her in a shield set or a curing set, I would probably not really switch this up right now, okay? So Harvest Jack, my main shield set, is on my first team along with 2 nukers. Then the second one is going to be my Scyl in a shield set, okay? So I am going to use that, and then with my Rosin, so high resistance Mausoleum Mage with the increased defense and the block debuffs, as well as being able to remove debuffs. So overall giving me a lot of sustainability or survivability on this setup right here, with my Solus being my nuker, a defense-based nuker, right? And then the third one is basically my Torment and my Foley doing all the work here. All right, so that's how I'm going to use my Scyl of the Drakes. I've committed to the shield set on my main account. I don't think I'm going to ever do a curing set on anybody, but the whole point of this video, guys, was to give you an option. If you do not have anything else, you do not have a better stun set, right, because it's on a, let's say it's on your Torment, and you're out of speed sets and you're out of shield sets, then the curing set might just be a decent option because you will put emphasis, like I said, on her passive. All right, guys, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you later.